doing another VOD review on myself, my own gameplay. It's going to be a Crimson lobby, and yeah, we're going to go through and show you guys what's going on in my head, my thought process throughout the game. Right now, you can see it's a bit of a mixture. It's a Crimson Diamond lobby, very, very difficult. And overall, when you're playing solo queue, a big factor is just making sure everything, all your fundamentals are kind of on place at once. So let's get right into this one. And yeah, let's see what I did well, things I could improve on, all that good stuff. Off the break, going to go through middle. You look in the minimap, there's a guy right in front of me. So right now, I'm just trying to get that first kill. We go around and there you go. As soon as we get that kill, if we just kind of pause this frame here, we can kind of just understand what's going on, okay? So I've killed Truthful. My teammates killed Jeffrey. Jeffrey's killed another player, and then the last player is Error, okay? So right now, if I take a look on the other screen, we can see a big picture that's getting painted right now. So we are obviously the red team. We go through. I'll be number one to make things easier. I go across my teammates over there. So just off the break now, I know the first spawns are going to be around there and around here, okay? So they're going to be spawning on this side of the map. Now, my job right now is to keep them there. So my job is to get in these few power positions. When watching New York in my other breakdown, if you guys saw that, you saw that for New York, the best kind of scenario they had was this, when they had a team set up like this, okay? So right now, if I'm looking at that, my team, I've got a teammate there, and I'm over there. So we have 2/4 of a really good setup right now. So I'm gonna look at the minimap and make sure that we're keeping this kind of hold. We go through, you see my teammate ends up going towards the hill. I'm gonna help him out through the middle, cut through just to help him out. And there's my first mistake. So what you see is I gave up a big power position, okay? So during that time, once I gave that power position up, I end up opening the map up a little bit. So right now you can see I'm going through, I end up going through. So as I open that up, I was very open there from the flank. So they can either come behind me like they did, or they could have come through the left. So what happens, I caught a terrible timing, but the only reason that happened was because I left a power position. So you want to make sure in those scenarios, you're not leaving the power spots until your team is there. Now, the reason I did that, again, was a bit high risk, high reward. I wanted to kind of get to this head glitch because I knew they were going to come through my right. So that scenario was kind of a little bit of a rushed move, and you see my teammates there now, right? So I probably could have waited. Me dying actually gets us 2-piece, and we lose a hill because of me. So we go through, I'm trying to redeem myself. We spot him in the distance. Same thing, just trying to break the hill here, just go through. And right now I'm just waiting for an easy kill or two. And just like that, my teammate gets a massive 2-piece. I go across. Although I get killed, that guy should get the trade. So I thought anyways, we go across and we end up getting team wiped. So off the break here, could definitely be a lot cleaner. 20 seconds. I'm just going to give this up and go towards P2. Now, right now, if I pause this right here, what do we have? We have 4 people on my team. All of us stacks into this very corner of the map. Now, this is never kind of the scenario you want to be in because we don't have a lot of map control. We really don't. We have about 4 people literally around this area, okay? So we're going to say like maybe like that. So in terms of the map right now, if we go through, we're going into P2, right? This is really not what you want. This is the first spawn. So we have the good spawn. I would say we have the good spawn. But in terms of map control, we literally have this area. So we have a very limited amount of map control. So right now, I'm thinking, okay, what can we do? Well, obviously they have 2 people around the P1, right? Because P1's still going on. So I'm hoping that they maybe have only 1 person kind of watching P2. That's my kind of hope right now. And the rest of them are just kind of rotating around. That's what I'm hoping. So as we go across, if we can get there quick enough, I should be able to help my team and push through. So we go across here. You see, I take my time. I go across. I don't just jump down. I center onto the left. As I'm jumping, I center onto the left. There's a guy right there. We go through. So looking back at this, what could I have done differently? I think just flying out the window was a bit of a bad play. I didn't have any intel. There was no intel here. So right now, me flying out was a bad play. I was very cautious. I knew they could be there. And I feel like I should have played on that ledge a bit more. I've got my equipment to work with as well. Like me flying out right now was a really bad play because he kills me and then my teammate comes through. So I end up just playing it really impatient. My teammates get 2-piece. And again, that's 2 times now. 2 times where I've just read the pressure wrong and I've made the wrong play. And that's fine. That happens in these lobbies. It's all about the timing. I won't say I made the wrong play, but it was more the pacing was off. Right now we go across, 1 second left. So we're going to wait for the hill to be broken fully. Go across. Really good shots there. He ends up absolutely frying me. I didn't even know he was in that corner. Again, just a really random spot for him to sit at. But that's what you want to do. You want to play those off angles. We go through, we get spawn trap. So off the break here, terrible start. And this is really good because you're going to see a lot of mistakes and how I'm going to learn to improve. So right now we go through. Okay, 2 people go down. That's 3 down. As soon as that happens right now, my teammates get a 4-piece, okay? This is where we can start to up the momentum. Now, I think I finished the game with the most kills. The reason I mention that is because right now I'm having a terrible start. But it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Now, my biggest thing is, why did I have that slow start? What could I do in the future to prevent that from happening? And that's kind of what I'm looking at. So right now I know that they're going to still spawn back here for at least another wave, okay? We just got basically a 4-piece. So as we go through right now, the red team should spawn in this scenario. They should spawn around there, okay? Now, going towards P3, we do actually want this side of the map. We do actually want this hill, like this spawn. But right now, let's just focus on the P2. Let's just kind of cut the angles so that we get another wave of kills. Once we've had the next wave of kills, we can then push through and flip the spawn. That's kind of what's going on in my head, okay? So let's see how I play this. I know that realistically, they can send somebody through there, and the last two potentially through there. They don't have many options. We're in a very, very good spot in terms of holding this hill. And we still have a fair bit of time. There's still 40 seconds left. 4 go down. Let's see what I do. So immediately, I know that they're spawning there, right? So my first thought is, okay, I need to get there as quick as possible. If I can catch this guy in a sprint, this will be perfect. So we go through, we wait. The player goes across, and again, he just catches a good angle. So my thought process was really well there. My thought process was to catch them in the sprint, but he just outplayed me. He was ready for that gunfight. I go across, make sure no one's getting a weird spawn. That doesn't happen. We go through. So right now, even looking back at this, I feel like this is just one of those where I didn't play it bad. I just played it slightly less than I needed to. Like, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't terrible. It was just one of those where I could have played a bit better, okay? Go through, get quite a fortunate kill. I'm quite weak here, 5 seconds left. I don't want to just go by myself and, you know, challenge him. Again, really bad at the start here, I'm not gonna lie. I got 2 kills. I'm probably losing 4 at this point. Like, right, what the hell's going on? Like, why am I playing so bad? And looking back at this, it's not an issue in terms of, I know what's going on. It's more of a execution problem. And sometimes this happens, you know, whether you're not warmed up, just, it could be so many variables. But the key thing is to bring your gameplay back. The key thing is to make it work. Like that, for example, looking back at this is like, bro, this timing is awful. I'm pre-aiming it as soon as I go for the grenade, he comes in. So I'm like, this game right now, the timing is just not going my way. And that's okay. The goal is to prevent that and try to avoid that as much as possible. Try not to like have those areas where you have bad timing. So right now I'm having a terrible game, but my teammates are playing really well. My teammates are keeping us in this. So again, me personally, I'm not going to change my game plan too much because it's not like my plan's not working. It's more my execution. So I go across. I know he might be watching the flank here. We take our time, go through. There's one. There should be one more on the hill. And there you go. That 2-piece is something that can kind of get your game going. When you do a play like that, where you get a 2-piece, you get a little bit of confidence, bit of momentum. It's really, really can change the way the rest of the game goes. So we go across. Now, right now I'm thinking, right, this is a very, very good spot for me to sit in. Let me pause it and I'll kind of show you guys why I'm happy about this spot. As we go into P4 right now, okay? If I'm holding this angle, like around there, I'm basically blocking that. Like, I've basically got this left side spawn. So anytime somebody tries to flank, I will basically have a gunfight. Like, I'll stop them from having it. This spot is just so good because even if I didn't have it, right, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But the fact that the opponents can't be here is really valuable. As soon as an opponent gets to this spot, this red team has a real big struggle holding P4. So me sitting here, I won't say it's the most valuable in terms of my spot, but it just stops the blue team from having it. So now, in hindsight, so in theory, the blue team should be funneling through this side. And that's good again, because my teammates have only one thing to watch. Why? Because they know I've got the full flank. So it's one of those spots where it just makes everyone's life a bit easier now that I have this left side of the map covered. Hopefully I get a few kills here and can push them back. So we go through. I don't want to play too passive. Remember, I don't want to play too passive. My goal is to stop them from pushing this. So that's exactly what we do. We go through with a sub. I'm just watching the bottom. As I go across, my teammates end up getting 2-piece. I'm like, right, this isn't ideal. I need to play my life. My teammate has spawned out as well. So someone might be close. We go through the slide cancel. If my teammate dies here, it's going to be terrible. Again, decisions. Do I go forward? Do I go backwards? Right here, I'm going to go backwards and hold the angle. So right now, let's just go back to this exact spot. My teammates end up dying, okay? So they're in a weird scenario where they're kind of pushing out. They're kind of trying to break it through this side now, okay? But me being here is so crucial because the blue team, they're going to be looking for my team. They're going to be looking for the red players up the bridge, right? Like on the other side. So if they're standing anywhere around there, it's literally a free kill for me. It's literally a free distraction. Like if they're standing here, for example, and I kill one player, he might spawn over there or back there because I'm blocking the spawn, but they're going to start looking for me. So all I'm doing is distracting them. That's why I feel like this area here is so valuable because whoever's standing there, their team shouldn't really lose the hill. They really should have some sort of control of the hill because you're playing such a weird angle in their spawn. So we go across. I'm like, right, I have to play my life. And there you go. There's one. I spot the second. You see, I'm pre-aiming it, expecting a challenge. He doesn't come towards me, so I go for the other angle. I'm literally just playing my life here. We go through, really unfortunate there not to get the second, but I think I was one off a cruise. So just like that, we really turned our game around. Played a really bad I'll say first P3, P1, P2, P3, but the P4 I was like, okay, let me bring it back. I get a nice little streak going, almost get the cruise, and you can see my confidence is going up a little bit. 20 seconds left. Right now, what am I trying to do? Honestly, keep them off the hill. Keep them off the hill, get the rotation. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not too worried about this hill right now. I'm not too worried about it. I'm more worried about cutting the lanes and going for the rotation. So we go across, let's see what we can do here. So look, we know where they're going to spawn. We know where they're going to be. So we go across, trying to go behind them here and trying to break the new hill. There's one, he overextends. So now I know he's going to spawn back towards the new hill, which is good for them. But this is really good play now. We get another one, we get a two-piece, and now we can, you know, pinch the hill. My teammates now are behind me. So I know exactly where they're going to be. They're going to be on my right here, right? They're going to be spawning on the right. So we go through and I'm like, okay, they should be pushing me. So let's play an off angle. That guy's on a head glitch. Let's back away. I don't want to fight that guy. He's waiting for me to overcommit. Not a problem. I'm going to back off and camera him. Exactly what happens. We go through, we camera him. Now, right now, this setup is perfect. My teammate's got middle. I'm going to help him out slightly, and I'm just going to simply watch over. There's another one. We're playing off angles. We're going through again. You see, I'm jumping. I'm trying to get some timing here, and there's another one. We catch him in the sprint. He wasn't expecting it, and just like that, 2 lives in a row, 2 bloodthirsties. So this is a really important gameplay because I started off struggling so much, but I never had doubt in my gun skill. It was simply just, okay, our timing's a little bit off here. Let's just, you know, let's take our time. Let's fix up. We'll be good to go. And now we're up by 40 seconds. I'm going for a cruise missile. This guy's one shot. We jump out and I'm really trying to get the cruise here. I don't want to overcommit, but this guy's weak. We push him and there you go. We get the cruise missile. It wasn't clean. It got a bit scruffy towards the end, but now we have the cruise. Very, very valuable. Me and my team are going through. We're trying to pinch the hill here. So there you go. There's 2 down. If we look at the minimap, right? My teammate's going through the right now. I know he's on the left behind the counter, okay? So I'm going to watch over. I'm going to watch over for the reinforcements. So I'm going to watch for the reinforcements coming through the door. No one's there, so we're going to pick up the right window. And you can see what's happening. I'm literally just watching over the different angles, making sure that we are maximizing our chances of holding the hill. Making sure no one comes behind me just because my teammate spawned there. Now I can turn around. So this is, again, using the minimap, right? I thought he could come behind me, so I wait. I pre-aim it. I pre-aim it. I pre-aim it. You see my teammate spawn on the left? That shows me that he's no longer going to be pushing us. If he does, my teammate should pick it up. So I'm going to go through a different angle now and watch the front of the hill. It's all about creating angles using the space that you have. I can see someone is behind us. We end up getting pinched there. So right there, I feel like I could have been a bit more aggressive and actually helped them out. That probably would have been better. I was a bit slow there. I'm not going to lie. I mean, looking back at this as well, I knew exactly what was going on. It was just, I was a bit slow to react there. I feel like I was taking my time there. I had the streak already, so I should have just played my life a bit less kind of scared and just kind of gone for the kill there. We get one, accidentally fall off there, a bit annoying, but we're like, right, let's go through, let's get the second, let's break the new hill. So we go across, gonna chuck some equipment in. I know he might be behind the desk, and there he is. And yeah, I thought I played that okay. Wasn't terrible, but he played it even better with the gunfight. We spawn here. Let's just watch the right immediately in case they push us. No one's going to be there. That's fine. That means they're all coming from middle. They're coming through middle or on the other side of this. So I'm going through middle now because if I look at the minimap, both of my teammates, right? Both of my teammates are watching the left. So that tells me once again, okay, they're both watching the left. The middle's probably the one I need to prioritize. So I go through, I'm going to use this like natural cover here. I'm going to go across, I'm going to snake it. There's one going to the right. My teammate dies up top here. So I'm like, let me quickly go there and help him out. So we go through, jump through the window. And again, I don't mind dying there because my teammate should get the trade. There you go. So although I died personally, as a team, we were able to win those gunfights. Very, very crucial stuff now. We're up by 50 points. Like, if you look at this game, it goes back and forward, but it's those clutch team kills that really separate these two teams right now. We go through again, and it's just going back to the wire, man. It's going down to the wire. 20 seconds left here. I should start rotating. I probably should have gone through the right there. You see me going through the left. Wrong decision. I end up getting killed as well, and I end up spawning further back than before. So just those 10 seconds, they were really bad. But right now, let's go through this. This movement's insane. I know right now that the player's on the left side of the hill, right? From earlier, I know he's on the left side of the hill. So as I go through, I'm going to slide cancel. Now that I spot the opponent, okay, I could obviously just shoot him and strafe, but I'm actually going to go for the drop shot. You always want to be utilizing movement in these scenarios to maximize your chance of winning gunfights. So we go through, I go across and I drop shot. Now, again, he wasn't shooting back, right? But just having that movement in your locker, in case he was to shoot me there, in case he was to kind of pre-fire that, just me going around the corner, drop shotting is just so useful to have because it allows you to prepare for any scenario. It allows you to play with confidence and get way more kills in those kind of situations. If I didn't know like what to do there and I just kind of ran out, it could have been very, very bad for me. But just having the confidence there to go, okay, this is a scenario to drop shot. It's a really, really useful tool to have. We go through. I know they're at the front now. You know, we're spawning at the back. They should be at the front. That's another one down. 3 people go down now. Look at the minimap. There is someone behind us, so we are going to back away. And honestly, all I'm thinking is, okay, somebody might sneak through here. Let me just play around here. Let me try to finesse. I didn't need to jump down there. Could have stayed there. I definitely should have stayed there, to be honest. That's on me. Another like 10 seconds off the hill there. So right there, I can see why my teammates might have got frustrated because I was the one on the hill. I kind of gave it up. So I would say that's a bad play from myself. But yeah, again, just small plays there. This wasn't my best game by far. This definitely wasn't my best game, but I think I played well enough, man. I believe I finished with the most kills. I had quite a lot of impacts, but I still think I could have played a bit better. I still think I could have played better. As I say that, really, really good kill there. Really, really good 2-piece. Let's back away slightly. So right now, like, we're controlling the hill. We're playing it quite close, which isn't ideal, but sometimes you have to when you're in a panic situation. You're just trying to hold the hill from a tight angle, and this kill here was everything. As soon as I kill him, I slide across, right? Don't get me wrong, this guy should have killed me. This guy should have killed me. But for me to go through and go to the right angle and get that 2-piece, so valuable. Now we know 4 are down. We know as well they're spawning. They're going to be spawning because we're on P3, right? So P3, what are the 2 spawns? We're spawning around there. They're going to be spawning around there. So right now I know, okay, we need to pick up those power positions. They're probably going to run through middle. That's a very likely route. Or they're going to run through this area. Those are the 2 most likely routes they're going to take. So my job right now is to either cut this lane or cut this lane. Let's see exactly what I do and how I do it. So you go across, you see I'm actually holding the left lane instead. I'm like, right, no one's going to be here. So let me go up top. And all I'm thinking right now is let me catch these guys through the middle. So we go across, you see I'm trying to work out the timings. One ends up sneaking through and you see we go behind them. So right now I'm behind him and it was just one of those bad timings. We go through, we get a great kill. Immediately as I turn around, I know they're going to be around me here. My teammates end up spawning out. So again, we just caught terrible timings. They just win their gunfights, to be honest with you. They just win a lot more gunfights than we did. Right now, I'm just trying to buy some time. Like, my teammates are right behind me, so I'm not trying to panic. I'm just going to buy some time, wait for them to go through. We go across. This guy's one shot. Okay, this guy's not happy with my performance. I mean, I know I'm not playing the best, but I wasn't playing terrible, but it is what it is. This guy, I don't know. We're going to move on. Off angle, really good kill. One off another cruise missile, doesn't make a difference. And I just get punched in the back there, which messes up my aim. So again, right there, mixy kind of hardpoint. Really mixy hardpoint. We had the early control. We gave it up. So your best chance there is just to maximize your kind of like pressure you're putting on them. Like, we don't want to give them that for free, but at the same time we don't want to overcommit. So right now I'm thinking, okay, 20 seconds, like, I'm just going to rotate. I know they're going to spawn on my left, right? Like, I know exactly where they're going to come from. We just spawned, if you saw like 5 seconds ago. Where did I spawn? I literally spawned around there. Okay, that means they're still spawning like kind of far back P3, probably around this area here. Okay, so right now I know their first set of rotation is through this area. So they are going to be rotating through this area here, either the underground balcony or through this middle area, because what, we're on P4, right? We're on P4 going into P5. So I know they're going to be around there. So all I'm trying to do right now is go through and cut the lanes. I don't want to sprint here. I don't want to be running out in the open because I could catch a bad timing. So we go through, waiting patiently, trying to play an off angle, waiting in a corner. I want one of them to just run past me. We go in another corner. There's a guy right underneath me. He does see me. My teammate's with me. We go through, we get the first kill. Again, gonna watch middle here. And my thought is literally, okay, we got the score, we got the advantage. Let me just put pressure on them. And this is like one of my favorite things to do, just cut the lanes. There's another one. We go through, we take him out. That's 2 down. Now we're behind another one. There's a 3rd on the hill right now. We're gonna jump through. We have the numbers, we have the advantage. There you go. Sit on the hill. I've got a cruise missile to work with. I'm gonna push up slightly, and we end up getting pinched there. Right now, I'm not panicking, but I'm like, okay, good pinch from them. Really good pinch from them. Because if I look at the left screen once again, what was going on was we had a scenario where we felt like, or I felt like anyways, personally, the opponent's pressure was coming through the left. So all I was doing was holding the left, holding the left, holding the left. My teammate was with me, and I felt like we had a good spot. As soon as one of them comes through our spawn, it's like, okay, now the pressure's changed because he killed my teammate, right? Now I have to turn around to fight him, and I have to watch my flank. So he just makes it so hard to play against. That's why flanking in those scenarios is so helpful. So crucial. We're not spawning too far. We still have the good spawn to an extent. But same thing, I don't want to die here. I don't want to kind of overcommit. So I'm just going to play my life in a random corner. I'm going to keep on shouldering it, right? I'm trying to get a freebie. That's all I'm looking for is a freebie. And there he is. He's on the left. Go through for some shots, but he has a good shot himself. The trades go in, and unfortunately, they just win the team fight. It's just like, it's one of those back and forward fights. I feel like no team have had, I think this could have gone either way, to be honest with you. This really could have gone either way. This was a good hard point. This was a very good hard point. Even watching it back, I've learned so much about... There was just so many clutch kills I could have got and I just didn't get. And it wasn't even about gun skill. It's simply just about patience and timing. So something I need to go back in the locker room and kind of work is those timings. Right here we go through. This guy is basically weak. We go across, we take him out. I know I died there, but to be honest with you, it's not the end of the world. The fact that I got that kill and my teammates have the control of the hill, like me trading a death for a death isn't the end of the world there, because it's three versus three, right? As long as I don't die there without getting a kill, that would have been terrible. But me getting a kill and then dying in a trade isn't the end of the world there. We go through again, and you can just see that the trades are going back and forward. Like, it's such a hectic game right now. Teammate goes through, we're going to stun and nade the cut because we know they're pushing that cut, right? Like, that's literally where they're coming from. Go through again. Guy's on the side. This guy's one shot. We jump across. At this point, I'm just trying to play through different angles. I'm trying to go through another angle. Really good shot there. Really good shot. I expected the aggression. We get a two-piece. The third guy's in the hill, so I'm just going to take my time here. And even me distracting three people there, right? My teammates should have more control of P2. I've actually spawned behind them, so this is a weird spawn. They're going to be through the middle. I'm going to try my best to kind of cut them up. You see one's in the middle, but I play it safe. I play it safe. I go through the left here. Again, I'm not panicking. I'm watching the window. I know someone's going to come through the window, and there you go. He does come through the window. We get him weak. My teammate goes across here. Same thing. I'm playing a different angle. I'm not panicking. That's the crucial thing here. Not panicking, taking your time and pinching effectively. I think Atlanta fades you that really well. Whenever you watch them at their best, I feel like they're never out of the game because they always take their timings. They always take their timings. Right now, the cruise has to come in, man. This is a long time waiting, man. I didn't even talk about the cruise, but I should have used it a while ago. Luckily, I get a two-piece. So I look back, although I waited, the cruise probably just won us that game right there. We go across, and that's the thing though, cruises, you need to use them effectively. I'm not gonna lie, I might be one of the worst players with cruise missiles. I don't know what it is, I'm terrible with them. I feel like I never use them when I'm supposed to, and I never kind of make the most out of them. That right there was a really good example though of utilizing your cruise missile. 22 seconds left for the victory if we hold the hill now. We go through. This is where pressure starts to build up slightly. We're in a position where they have one more push here, so I'm going to go through. I have to be very cautious. There's one. There's a player underneath, and there's a two-piece. There's a three-piece, and I might have just won the game for us. There's a three-piece. The fourth guy's going to come behind. Our teammate does disconnect, but I get the fourth. I turn around. I watch the front. I know they're going to come through the front here. So immediately I go across. I slide through. I'm going to watch the front, go through the left, pre-fire it because I know they're going to push through the front because they have no time. We go across and we win the match. So even though my teammate did disconnect near the end, just kind of reading the spawns, reading the pressure, I was able to go through, get a four-piece to close out the game. Really effective stuff there. Could have been cleaner, but like I said, that end right there, that nice little four-piece allowed me to have a few more kills in that game. And again, I'm looking back at that and I'm like, that was a really good game. Like, I don't look at that and say, wait, yeah, this guy, I don't know, this guy's on my ass, bro. I don't know what this kid's problem is with me, but it's all good. We move, chat, we move. Like, even just looking at that game, like, bro, we were frying. Like, we went 34 and 22. When I look back at that, I'm like, okay, that doesn't feel like I went that. Like, that doesn't feel like I did that. I feel like I did pretty good, man. So we carry on going through. And yeah, that was going to be the game. YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.